Karakam. Karakam is prepositions in English. In Sanskrit, what it is we are going to see. In this video, I'll give you the introduction about Karakam and also the Prathama Vibhakti or the first Vibhakti. What is Karakam? Karakam is prepositions in English. So in English we'll see separate adverbs, but the noun will not change. In Sanskrit there would be adverbs, there would not be the words also, but the nouns will change. The nouns changing according to the adverbs or in relationship with the verb or both is Karakam. So in English we have in, on, among, at, by, with, by means of, etc. From, out of, than, so many we have. But the noun or the pronoun remains the same. In Sanskrit, this in, on, among, at perhaps would not be mentioned or could be mentioned as adverbs like upari, purataha or prati. It could be or not. So these adverbs will change the noun or pronoun. So, and then according to the relationship to the verb, then they change. So according to the adverb and to the verb, the noun or pronoun will change. So let's see according to the phrases that are given that what a Karakam is. Kriya bihi anvitam Karakam. So that which follows verbs, that is Karakam. Karoti iti Karakam, that which does this Karakam. Kriyam karoti nirvahati va Karakam. So that which does work or makes work to be done is called Karakam. So it is the state of a noun or pronoun by which its relationship with the verb is manifested in a sentence. Okay. So the way in which the relation of a noun or a pronoun to a verb is known. So this is what is Karakam. The different types of Karakam we are going to see now. Karta, Karma, Cha, Karanam, Cha, Sampradanam, Tadaiva, Cha. Apadanam, Adhikaranam, Iti, Ahuhu, Karakani, Shat. So actually there are 8 vibhaktis we read, right? Rama, Ramo, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramo, Raman, Ramena, Ramabhyam, Ramaihi. That way it goes on. 8 we have. But according to Palani's rules, we are seeing only 6. Now what happens to the other 2? Sambodhana. Sambodhana is the 8th Karakam, which is basically vocative. Like somebody is calling out now in my, you can see outside, somebody is calling out. So calling somebody is called the 8th Vibhakti or the vocative Vibhakti. So that is just like the Prathama Vibhakti. So we don't deal with it basically. Hey Rama. So it's very much like the Prathama Vibhakti. Then the Sashti Vibhakti is actually about the relationship. So possessive it is called, of, among, belonging to. They have not included it in Karaka, but when I do my Vibhakti, I'll be doing it. Okay, so Karta is subject, Karmam is object, Karanam is instrumental, in by with by means of. Sampradanam is to, for, that is gifting somebody along with a lot of adverbs. So there are some adverbs to karma also. Then Apadanam is the 5th Vibhakti, which means from, out of, than, separation. Now this is the 5th. Now Sashti Vibhakti is of, among, belonging to, which is not mentioned here. And Saptami is Adhikaranam, which means in, on, among, at, location. So this is what we see in Karakam. And then we go to the Prathama Vibhakti. Prathama Vibhakti, this is the most important. When you get this right, the whole of Sanskrit becomes easy. So what is the Prathama Vibhakti? It is the subject. The subject does the work. Whoever does the work, he is the subject. That is the Prathama Vibhakti. So Prathama Vibhakti, Karta Kriyayaha Sampadakaha Karta. Who's a Karta? Who's a doer? Karta, it comes from the root word kri, to do, and trich pratyaya. So Kriyayaha Sampadakaha. Karta. The Karta, the doer, is a person who accomplishes. Sampadakaha means accomplishes. Kriya. Kriya is work. So if I say I sing, that work of singing I accomplish. So I am the doer. I hope you understand. Ramaha vadati. So Rama is doing some work. What is he doing? He is speaking. So Rama becomes a subject. Okay. So Ramaha vadati. So, and what is given here? This is little higher level Sanskrit. For people who do not want to go into higher level Sanskrit, please skip it. It is for a little high above, and don't get confused if I am going to say. There is something called Pratipadikartaha. Pratipadikartaha is the mool rupa of a word, the base of the word, that is formed due to Niruktam and Amarakosham, no, like with Pratyaya, that are joined to Kriya Padams. So it is a special grammar which is not for the basic level. So Ashtadhyayi deals with it, how a word is formed. So after the word is formed, the mool rupa is formed, there you add the linga and then you add the parimana and vachana matra. So at that time what happens? Rama is the basic word. It's formed from the word ram, to delight. Okay, and ngang pratyaya. So it becomes Rama. That's how it is formed, this word Rama, he who delights. So Rama, when you add su, which is actually an indication of this visarga, it becomes Ramaha. Similarly, when you add Rama plus au, it becomes Ramau, and likewise Ramaha. Now this is the linga. So with this su, you tell the linga, the parimana and vachana matra. Parimana is pratama vibhakti and vachana matra is the vachana. So likewise, this Pratipadikarta, that is the Rama, along with it, you have other these kind of letters that are added to tell you the Vibhakti as well as the Vachana. So Dvitiya Vibhakti, it becomes Ramam. So likewise it is added. Okay. So Prathama Vibhakti, it is Suhu, Au, Jas. So Kriyayaha Sampadakaha Karta, I told you. Isn't it? So Kriyayaha Sampadakaha Karta means Karta is a doer who accomplishes work. So if you see this chota boy, this kutti fellow, what is he doing? Saha pustakam patati. So I'll be doing it in Kannada as well as Tamil. So avan pustakam padikiran. Avanu pustakam odattane. So if I say saha patati. Now always know, if you have to learn a language, I don't know about Hindi, but any language if you have to learn other than Hindi, you look at the verb. The verb is patati. Patati, what it is? Lat prathama ekavachan. So I have done lat lakara. So I'll be doing other videos for other lakaras. You can see lakara is tens. Okay, in English we say tens. So patati, the verb, it is prathama ekavachan. So the subject also should be prathama ekavachan. Which is prathama ekavachan? Not pustakam. It could be, but here what happens? Saha is the prathama ekavachan, and so saha patati. He reads. See, in Sanskrit what happens? Words will be jumbled. Okay, it's something similar to German also. German also, words can be jumbled, but the syntax, that is the verb and the noun, should align, and others also, the adjectives also should align. So odattane, yaar odattane? Avanu. Padikiran. So in Tamil it is that Padikiran, that Pullingam comes. Even in Sanskrit we have that. Paditavan we have. Saha Patitaha also we have. So we are going to see, like in English, tenses here. So in English also, he reads. So we'll see who reads. He reads. So reads is also in English, it is first person and then singular. So we have to see which is first person singular in a sentence, right? So saha patati. Saha kim patati, if you ask, what does he read? What does he read? What? If you ask a question, what? Avan enna padikira? Avan yenu odattane? Yenu? Enna? That question if we ask, for that we say pustakam. But first you get this right. The subject and the verb should align. The subject, whatever it is, ekavachan, prathama, this also should be, verb also should be ekavachan and prathama. If it is, supposing if I say patami, okay, supposing this boy is talking and he says patami, then here it should not be saha. Patami, it should be aham. So go through latlakara. Aham, avam, vayam. All that you go through. Patati, patataha, padanti, patasi, patataha, patata, patami, patavaha, patamaha. So patami will come for aham. So you have to be thorough with this before you embark. So I suggest that you by heart latlakara. All the lakaras, and also the vibhaktis. And I'll do probably another video how to memorize. It's very easy to memorize actually. So you memorize all that and then this becomes easy. Otherwise you have a Shabda Manjari next to you and sit and match and see how it is. So we see that aham gacchami. So when you say gacchami, you have to say only aham. You cannot say saha. Same way if I say gacchavaha, you see the last splitting. Avaha. So it becomes avam. Same way if I say gacchamaha, it is vayam. If I say gachasi or patasi, you use any other verb. Look at the ending, si. Then it becomes tvam. Likewise, gachataha becomes yuvam. That is you too. And gachata becomes yuyam. So if I say gachati, it has to be only prathama ekavachan. It could be as a pronoun sahasatat. And it could be anything else. Ramaha, Sita, Balike, Palani, anything it could be. But for the first, if you see, I, you, with its dual and plural, you don't change. You have one single word only. That is aham, avam, vayam. It cannot be changed. Same with tvam, yuvam, yuvim cannot be changed. But in the third person, it could be anything. It could be a pronoun. It could be anything. So third person, it could be infinite. But first and second, as in English, we have only one word for I, which is aham, and one word for you, which is tvam, and it's dual and plural. I hope this is clear. So in the third person, here saha or sa or tat is given as example. You can replace it with anything. Same way, if I say gachataha, I have to use third person, that is prathama purusha dvivachan. It could be tau, te, or it could be anything. Okay? Balakau, balike, pale, it could be anything. Likewise, if I say gachanti, anti, the ending you have to see. Always in Sanskrit you have to see the pratyaya. If you see the pratyaya, Sanskrit becomes easy. So anti means it is bahuvachana, prathama bahuvachan. You have to use te, taha, tani or any other noun. That is very important. If you want in detail, you have to see lat lakara. So verb determines the subject, and the subject, whether it's in prathama purusha or second person or the first person, that is madhyama purusha or uttama purusha, that you have to by heart all this asmat shabda, yushmat shabda, then certain pronouns, then certain shabdas in Shabda Manjari. The important ones I can make another video and tell, but certain things you have to keep it in memory and relate it with the lakara. So we have many lakaras: lat, lot, lang, vidiling, and lit. These are the important ones. So later on, other things for higher levels. So for lat lahara I have made video. For lang and all, it will follow. Lang is past tense. So we have other things. You just have to get that first person, second person, third person clear in your head. That is uttama, madhyama and prathama. That you have to get it clear in your head, as well as singular, dual and plural. Okay. Now, what is the meaning? Kartari prathama. So, kartari means in prathama vibhakti, or in the doer, while he is doing, or in the doer, the prathama, that is the meaning. It is a prathama vibhakti. So when you have the prathama vibhakti, then the subject is working, that is the meaning. So Ramaha Vidyalayam Gachati. So what we do, we take the verb. What is the verb? Gachati. So Gachati is prathama ekavachan. So we have to see which is prathama ekavachan. We have Ramaha and Vidyalayam. So Vidyalayam is Dvitiya vibhakti. Thankfully, it is not like the previous where Pustakam is Napumsaka Linga and it could be Prathama Vibhakti. But Vidyalayaha, Vidyalayam is Dvitiya Vibhakti. So we know Ramaha is a Prathama Vibhakti. So Ramaha Gachati, we know. Rama is going. So when we see the thing, next word Vidyalayam, that becomes a Dvitiya Vibhakti. He goes to the Vidyalaya. So now, right now we only bothered about Ramaha and Gacchati. Ramaha Gacchati. Rama goes. So in the Prathama Vibhakti, the verb is very important. We have to see the verb and then we have to determine which is the subject. So if we say Ukte Kartari Prathama. So what is the meaning of Ukte? You tell out the whole sentence properly, telling out who's doing the work. That's the meaning. It's a sutra actually, basically. Ukte Kartari Prathama. So when you deal out all the words properly, and at that time when you're using a active sentence, Kartari is, we can also say it's an active sentence. Another meaning for Kartari Vakya is active sentence. English we have no active and passive. So at that time when you're telling the active sentence fully, at that time the doer is in the Prathama. That is the meaning of this. So Ramaha Palam Kadati. If I just say Kadati, it is not Ukte. We are not telling out fully. But if we are telling it properly, Ramaha Palam Kadati, who's doing the work? Rama is doing. That is the meaning. So Ukte Karmani Prathama. Now what is Karmani? Karmani is the active passive sentence. So when you tell out that passive sentence fully, at that time what happens? The object becomes the Prathama, not subject. Object becomes the Prathama Vibhakti. Okay. So what does it mean? So I say Tvaya Rishayaha Sevyante. That is, Mohini is serving, Draupadi is serving the Rishis. Okay, Draupadi is serving. So Krishna is telling the Rishis are being served by you. So Tvaya, he could have also said Tvam Rishin Sevate. You are, or Sevase. Tvam Rishin Sevase, he could have told. But what is he saying? The Rishis are being served by you. At this time what happens? The Rishis become the subject because it's a passive sentence. And whomsoever serving is coming in Tritiya. So this is one part of Sanskrit which is active and passive, which will be dealt later on. So if you are getting confused because of this, you skip it. Basically, you know, subject is somebody who's doing work, but in a passive sentence, the Prathama Vibhakti will be the object, or that person, you know, the object will be the Prathama Vibhakti. Avyaya Yoge Prathama. What is the meaning? This is a Pani Sutra. So you have a lot of avyayas or adverbs which tell about, you know, place or time or anything. It could be a direction also. At that time, the words, that indeclinables, you know, they come in Prathama. So supposing you say Kutra, Athava, Adaha, Prishtaha, Adi means etc. So though they come in Prathama. So they are called indeclinables, but they are nouns. But they cannot be declined. Like decline means Rama Ramo Ramaha, Ramena Ramabhyam. According to different vibhaktis, they are declined, no. So that you will not have for these avyayas, and they will be in Prathama Vibhakti. That is the meaning.